Just waiting to see if you can hear me. Last day in Medjugorje. And just wanted to leave a reflection while I was up here on Križevac. This is Cross Mountain here on the top of overlooking Medjugorje. Mountains all around us, snow-capped mountains. It's very beautiful. And I wanted to kind of leave this reflection that I was having over the last number of days, because many people have a very broken view of themselves and of God. We kind of filter through our image of God through our own brokenness sometimes. And I don't know why, but during prayer, Luke 15:15 was coming to me a lot. And Luke 15:15 has three parables in it: the lost sheep, the lost coin, and the prodigal son. You know, Christ made sure he gives us three parables here that are very powerful. But the prodigal son stuck with me, and I just wanted to give a tip. Maybe this will help you in prayer. Whenever you pray the Our Father, pray the Our Father reading Luke 15:15. So pray the Our Father reading through the parable of the prodigal son. And I just want to bring you into one verse here. And he arose and came to his father. This is Luke 15:20. And he arose and he came to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion, and ran and embraced him and kissed him. And the son said to his father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But his father said to his servants, bring quickly the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his finger and shoes on his feet, and bring the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and celebrate. For this my son was dead and is alive again, was lost and is found. And they began to celebrate. And I think it's really important when you pray the Our Father to put that image of God, the Father, from the prodigal son into the prayer. You could nearly marry them up together. You know, Christ left us his word for us to meditate on it, so that we would know the very nature of God. You know, there's nothing we can do to change the nature of God. God's nature is what God's nature is. Deus caritas est. God is love. Deus caritas est. And it doesn't matter what we do, we will never change God. We change ourselves, but we don't change God. And in order to understand who God the Father is, we need to read the parable of the prodigal son. We need to play that movie when we say the Our Father. Our Father. Who is our Father? What is the nature of God the Father? Well, we have it here in Luke 15. His very nature is Deus caritas est. God is love. And I suppose I'm just reaching out to people that, you know, follow my channel, and you might have had a very difficult life. You may be going through suffering, through depressions, through whatever you're going through. Take up a Bible, go to Luke 15, verse 20, and read onwards. Well, read the whole chapter, but I think you have there the very nature of who God the Father is. God is love. He can't be anything. He can't be a dictator God or a Superman God or anything like that. He is love, and he wants to bring us back into that relationship with him. You know, our Father who art in heaven. You can imagine him standing in his house. You know, Christ tells us that in my Father's kingdom there are many rooms, there are many places. You know, God in his house, the Father in his house. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And I suppose you have the prodigal son remembering the life that he had with God the Father before he abandoned it. Thy kingdom come. You know, God's kingdom can reign in our lives as today as it will when we encounter him. We encounter the love of God in our life today. This God that cannot change. We can know him more. If we offer our lives to God, we can know God more. He will reveal himself in his word and give us this beautiful encounter. So I just wanted to take up that challenge. When you're praying the Our Father, pray the Our Father reading Luke 15:11 onwards, you know, the parable of the prodigal son. There's nothing you can do to change the nature of God. Allow yourself to have the proper understanding of what that nature is. That nature that is boundless love, that wants to have a deep, intimate relationship with you. And allow yourself to be loved by God. You know, the prodigal son was coming home expected to be treated like, oh, well, look, he'd spent his inheritance. And he wasn't. He was treated with complete love, which is almost countercultural, counterintuitive to how we think we should act. Imagine if you had given somebody everything that they asked for, and then they throw it in your face and they come back and you still love them. You know, this is the very nature of God. You know, he clothes us, he gives us a ring, he puts shoes in our finger, the finest clothes, the finest food, the finest house, the finest love. And it's really important. It's really important that we meditate, we go in and we meditate on the nature of God. Deus caritas est. God is love. But what is this love? It's a love that doesn't change, but we have to change in order to understand his love. We have to do this change of mind. We have to know him. God doesn't ask us for great works. He asks us to know him, to understand him, to read his word. You know, that's a great mystery, so it is. There's nothing you can do to earn his love. All he's asking you is to go to him, go to Christ. And I know many people might be suffering, but it's very beautiful and deep to meditate on how great God's love for us is. So, you know, just a tip, when you pray the Our Father, pray the Our Father reading through the prodigal son. Pray the Our Father with this movie as such in that prayer. Put Luke 15 into your Our Father when you're praying it. Pray it slowly and understand how great God is. Anyway, last day here in Medjugorje. Today is the 8th of December, the Immaculate Conception, and have been praying for everybody that sent me prayer requests. It's a very special place, Medjugorje, for me, and I think it's a place that I highly encourage people to come to. Just show you, I'm up here. There's nobody here. This is Krzyżewac. I'm just over the mountain, and you can see snow-capped mountains all around here. It's deeply beautiful. Mountains. It's like there's mountains everywhere. It's Medjugorje. It's between the mountains. That's what Medju means. When they pray the Hail Mary, amongst women, Medju Ženami, Medju Ženami, they say in Croatian, amongst women, Medju Ženami. Well, this is amongst the mountains, Medjugorje. Very beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So come here, get some peace, take time to pray. I've been going to adoration down the Oasis of Peace. They have this beautiful adoration chapel, absolutely gorgeous. But I love it up here. Get your vitamin D here in the winter. It's very beautiful. Anyway, praying for you here from Medjugorje, and take up that that task of putting Luke 15 into your Our Father when you pray. All God is asking you to do is to know him, is to go to him in prayer, is to understand him. There's nothing you can do to change the nature of God. You can only change, we have to do the work on ourselves to allow ourselves to know God more. And he's so great. God bless you. Greetings from Medjugorje. Take care. Bye-bye.